The Phoenix X Sport Sunglasses is OutdoorMaster's most premium flagship sunglasses range. These come in two options, Zeiss lenses or photochromic lenses. Unfortunately, there isn't the option yet of having Zeiss and photochromic. Maybe that's something that will happen further down the line. You currently have the choice of 5 different colour ranges in the Zeiss option, but only 1 for the photochromic option. So here, including the ones I'm wearing right now, you have all of the Zeiss options except the pink and black version, and the photochromic only come in this kind of melon yellow, lime green option. The photochromic version retail at $140, which is currently around about 122 euros or 106 pounds. And the Zeiss versions retail at $160, which is currently about 140 euros or 122 pounds. But it's worth remembering, especially for my UK viewers, that OutdoorMaster are a North American brand, and as such, tax is added at checkout, so bear that in mind when you're considering the price of these products. But I have some good news for you. If you use my discount code, ShamleySkiBum20, which you can find on screen here or down in the description, you'll receive 20% off the total value of the product. And that discount code applies to all of the OutdoorMaster range, not just these sunglasses. So I'd highly recommend checking out the website and seeing if there's anything else that takes your fancy too. So as mentioned, these are OutdoorMaster's most premium sunglasses product. Most of the other sunglasses in OutdoorMaster's range come in at more like the $30 to $50 price, so very much an entry-level price point. This is OutdoorMaster's first foray into the much more premium end of the spectrum. But even at that price, it's still significantly cheaper than many of the much more premium products, yet you're getting far more for your money here with OutdoorMaster than you are with the likes of Smith & Oakley. The thing that really sets this product apart from OutdoorMaster's more premium competitors is the fact that these have a fully modular design. These are not just as you see them on my face right now. You've got the choice of the full frame design or a half frame design, and they come with, depending on which version you get, 2 or 3 lenses. It's not just a single lens design, it is fully modular, fully interchangeable. The photochromic version come with 2 lenses. Now again, unfortunately, neither of these are a Zeiss lens. These are OutdoorMaster's in-house lenses, but OutdoorMaster lenses are still fantastic quality, both in the sunglasses and their ski goggles. They make really high quality lenses at just much more affordable price point than Zeiss and much more premium brands. So your primary lens with these is this, your photochromic lens, which I will admit, OutdoorMaster's website is a little bit unclear as to what kind of contrast range you get with these. Some of the graphics state that these range from a category 2 to category 4 in terms of their reactiveness, but then they're also described as being clear through to grey. A clear lens implies category 0 or category 1. So I'm not 100% sure whether these range from 0/1 up to 3 or 2 up to 4, or maybe it's only 1 to 3, who knows. But having a photochromic lens is definitely a huge plus point for any kind of sports sunglasses, whether you're using them for biking or running or anything in between. If you're going in and out of the shade, it's a huge advantage to have a reactive lens. Right now, I'm wearing them in the full frame design, but you can also have them as a half frame design, and it's incredibly simple to do. You simply just unclip this bottom half of the frame, and they come with this nose piece, which you then slot into place here instead. And now you have effectively a completely different pair of sunglasses from a stylistic point of view. The photochromic option comes with a second lens, which is this polar contrast brown. So this is a category 2 lens with 36% VLT or visible light transmission. So in theory, this is a bit lighter than the photochromic lens will be in bright sunshine, but a bit darker than the photochromic lens will be in shade and in shadow. And to switch between the lenses, again, this is incredibly simple, more so with the bottom of the frame already off. All you need to do is pop them open, and the other lens clicks back into place. Now you do need to make sure that it does actually click in properly. Make sure you get that little click, because otherwise if you are riding these without the bottom of the frame on, you haven't got them quite in place properly, the lens can fall out, so obviously bear that in mind. And again, you're going to want to put the nose piece back in. Et voila! Again, I have effectively a different pair of sunglasses yet again. And the Zeiss version comes with 3 different lenses. The primary lens, the Zeiss lens, is slightly different between every model, but they're all around about a category 3, but relatively light category 3. And they also typically have a mirrored finish. And then the 2 replacement lenses are the same across all the sunglasses, so it doesn't matter which color you choose. The secondary lenses will also all be the same. They come with OutdoorMaster Polar Contrast Grey Category 3 lens, but this is darker than the primary lens will be. So whereas the primary lens typically has a VLT, visible light transmission, around about 18 to 20%, these have a VLT of 12%, so this is for the sunnier, brighter days. And then you'll have a totally clear lens, so 100% VLT. So this is for night riding. So in particular, this is aimed for mountain bikers, people who are going to be riding in the dirt, in the rain. They still want some protection for the face, but with very, very low light conditions. All of the tinted lenses across the range, both the primary lenses and the secondary lenses, offer full UV 400 protection. They are also all very impact and scratch resistant. Now, I haven't had any of these products particularly long, so I can't comment on the durability of them, but in theory, they should be able to resist scratches pretty well, especially if you're having stones flying up from you from the trail, etc. They shouldn't dent and scratch particularly easily. They also have, in theory, flexible and adjustable nose pieces to fit a variety of face sizes and shapes. Now, that's the theory. In practice, they are already quite wide. They can go wider, but they can't go any smaller. So you've got quite a narrow nose, which I've actually got quite a narrow nose. They're not a particularly snug fit on your nose. It's not a major issue, but it's just something bearing in mind. The reason it's not a major issue is because this part of the arms of the frame, so where the colour changes, this end bit is 100% mouldable in any direction, any size and shape you want. You can completely change the shape of these frames to fit any head size and shape. So even though the nose piece isn't particularly adjustable if you've got a smaller face than in the design, if you have got a small head, you can aggressively adjust the arms so they will still fit snugly on your head. The frames in general are also super light. They use their TR90 material, and this is a really light but yet really strong and durable material. So even though these look like quite a big, bulky sunglasses, they are actually pretty light. These only weigh 32 grams. And with the Zeiss lens options, these have contrast boosting technology, just the same as in all the OutdoorMaster ski goggles. Again, it doesn't specify on the website which of Zeiss's contrast boosting technology they use. With the ski goggles, they use their sonar technology, so I would assume that the sunglasses are also using Zeiss sonar lenses. Even if it's not sonar, it's going to be something that's very similar to sonar. And basically that filters out certain wavelengths of light while boosting other wavelengths of light to create much greater contrast in your surroundings. Just like the Hawk and Lark sunglasses that I reviewed last year, the Phoenix X sunglasses will come in a really fancy, really impressive looking box like this. Now this just screams quality from the outset. This is very much a premium product design. And in the box, you also have the carry case, which yet again, this screams premium at you. This is very much a high quality product. This is not something that's cheap and cheerful. And in your carry case, you will of course have your sunglasses. They will come something like this, instruction manual. You'll have a soft case, microfiber towel, which again, that's very important, especially for these sunglasses because they have interchangeable lenses. You're going to be getting greasy fingerprints on them all the time, so you definitely want to make sure you keep hold of that. And then your sunglasses will come arranged something like this. They will arrive in the full frame design, and then in this part of the box in the center, you'll have your replacement nose piece if you're wanting to use them in the half frame design, and you'll have your two replacement lenses, your grey-brown lens and your clear night riding lens. So as you can see, these may be a pretty pricey product, especially by OutdoorMaster standards, but you get a hell of a lot for that money. Most high-end sunglasses by other more premium brands, you will only get the single lens that they come with, no interchangeable lenses. And certainly having the modular half frame or full frame design is a huge USP, unique selling point for this product by OutdoorMaster. I don't think I've seen any other brand which does this. Yes, you can get interchangeable lenses on some other models from other brands, but I've never seen anybody with the interchangeable frame design as well. So that's a huge plus for this product. In terms of my personal review of this product, I can look at it from two fronts. There's the objective and the subjective. Objectively, these are absolutely fantastic pair of sunglasses. The Zeiss lenses in particular are the highest quality lenses I've ever used. They're so clear, so crisp, so HD. I said it before about OutdoorMaster products, but I feel like my eyesight is better when I'm wearing these when I'm not wearing them. Now, most of my other sunglasses are very much budget options, but I do own a pair of pretty expensive Julbo sunglasses, and these Zeiss lenses are significantly better than the Julbo sunglasses that I use. So in terms of the Zeiss lenses, it's a massive plus for me. But even when using them with the OutdoorMaster own proprietary lenses, these are also still an excellent quality lens as well. Not quite as good as the Zeiss lenses, but they're still pretty damn good. And in terms of comfort, with the fully flexible arms, they're super comfortable on your face and on your head, and also really stable. Don't bounce around at all, which is again very important if you're using these for running and cycling, etc. So in that regard, again, it's a huge plus point for me. So objectively, these are the best performing sunglasses I've ever owned. They're a really high quality pair of sunglasses, but is subjectively, for me, where they fall down a little bit. And when I'm talking about subjectively, what I'm talking about really is style. How do they look? And for me, unfortunately, they just look really, really ugly. But this design, this is the fashion right now. Virtually every brand of sunglasses that you look at will have a sunglasses model that looks something similar to this. Likes of Julbo, Oakley, Smith, even Prada, all have sunglasses which cosmetically look very, very similar to these. They may have slightly different frame designs. Some have got a full frame, some have got a half frame. None have got the interchangeable frames. But in terms of the big, blocky, quite square, quite flat, very oversized design, lots of brands are using this right now, both budget brands and premium brands. This, unfortunately for me, this is the fashion at the moment. And if you've got quite a wide, quite a flat face, it may well look really, really good on you. But in spite of the fact that I've got a really big head, these are just too wide and too flat for me. They, quite honestly, at least with the full frame design, I think they look ridiculous on me. Even while wearing a cap, which is what I'm most likely going to be wearing when I'm wearing these sunglasses, for me, unfortunately, I still think they look quite ridiculous, whether traditional or wearing it backwards. Maybe looks a little bit more stylish, with a reverse cap on, but still I think looks quite ridiculous. To me, they do look much better when wearing a bike helmet, especially with the half frame design. And again, for me, the yellow framed photochromic version works really, really well with the OutdoorMaster helmet that I'm wearing right now in yellow. So this is a style that I'm quite happy to rock, but other than that, it's a bit of a swing and a miss for me from a style point of view with these sunglasses. But that is just my opinion. I'm just one guy. And what do I know about fashion? Everybody's making this design, so somebody out there must like it. So that, as always, is my brutally honest review of the OutdoorMaster Phoenix X Sport sunglasses. Absolutely amazing quality, but unfortunately for me, a little bit too ugly. I'll still wear them, but they're definitely not my favorite pair to wear cosmetically. But this is the first time that OutdoorMaster have incorporated premium quality Zeiss lenses into any of their sunglasses. And hopefully this is a sign of things to come. It's just the first of many products that they will release with the premium Zeiss lenses in their sunglasses. Just like with their ski goggles, they started out with the Falcon goggles having a Zeiss option, then brought out Ultras with the Zeiss option. I'm sure at some point down the line, they'll also start incorporating Zeiss lenses into maybe one of their Hawk versions of sunglasses as well. So there'll be more options then for people with slightly different size and shape faces to still enjoy the premium Zeiss lenses in their sunglasses. It is also worth pointing out that as it stands right now, you cannot buy replacement Zeiss lenses, or indeed any of the lenses for these sunglasses. So if you do happen to scratch or damage or lose your primary lenses, you have to make do with the lenses that you still have. So that is also a little bit of a shame, but I'm sure at some point further down the line, they will bring out replacement options. And something that I'd really like to see further down the line is to make a fully customizable option for these sunglasses. Just like with the Falcon ski goggles, this winter they brought out a fully customizable option where you could change the straps, the frames, the lenses to whichever combination that you wanted. It'd be nice to see at some point in the future if you can choose which frames and which lenses you pick with these sunglasses. For example, I really like to use the blue sapphire lens which comes with the blue and black frame sunglasses in the blue and orange glasses that I'm wearing right now. I think the tinted mirrored blue lens works really well with these sunglasses, more so than the kind of brown lens that they come with. For me, it'd be a great option to be able to see that you could customize these and choose which lenses come with which frames. So just a reminder, if you're interested in buying any of these products or anything else from OutdoorMaster, be sure to use my discount code, which you'll find down below. I'll also put a link to some of my other review videos for OutdoorMaster products up here and down in the description as well. So if you're interested about any other products from OutdoorMaster, I want to know if they're any good, then check out these videos as well.